Alright, we're back. We had a small interruption, a very rude interruption, but I'm back. So what am I supposed to use for this? Wait, get out of the way. I really wish you could zoom in LEGO games. So it's like an orange torso. It's like an orange torso. Weird ass. The torso from Weed Cow. I love how it just says that now. We can permanently got Weed Cow here. Oh, booster gold. Okay. There. I'm just gonna call him Rip-Off Man because he's a rip-off of another guy. Right, Rip-Off Man.
And who's this handsome character? Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd say I was looking in a mirror.
A funhouse mirror, sir?
Hey, that's not nice, Skeets. Maybe it is more Booster Bronze than Booster Gold, but still, you get a gold star for effort.
Good one, sir.
Thanks. Now, go forth and spread the word, Booster Bronze.
This guy's like a really annoying egotist. Whoa, what the fuck? Who's shooting at me? Whoa, what?
It's time for Cobblepot to call the kettle yellow and... what's the flipping point? Is all this villainy really gonna make up for the years of cruel taunts about my grotesque bird-like appearance? Not that you
I just wait until Colin Farrell comes along,
it's not
buddy.
like you're a walking abomination. humiliation.
Now that's a
caught
grotesque
between
looking
man and
guy.
bird like a tiny mouse between the
I mean, not
claws of an
ordinary
eagle.
Colin Farrell, but Colin Farrell is Penguin.
Something only a fellow freak could know
Mr.
my
Gold gives you some
pain.
serious Homelander vibes. Oh my god, he does, doesn't he? How's it going, Lucas? Glad you made it. The stream has been cursed. This whole week has been cursed, dude. I'm like so tired. It's 11:30 right now, but I'm like, I just wanted to
Clear off and
freaking
leave
have
me
a
to
therapeutic
wallow.
gaming
I ain't
session
talking
before I
to
go to
no
bed.
one but another mutant bird person. I can't stress.
It would have been
how
later if I
specific
hadn't
am
left
about
early
that.
from the stupid ass rehearsal that goes until freaking 11. Rip off man, your goat. Yeah, he is truly incredible. Hey, look at this guy. Now this is a character. I literally just watched Dread like right now, and it's a wholesome superhero movie that totally isn't gory as fuck. Yeah, I've heard that from many a fellow. Polar bear.
You still buzzing about? Clear off and leave me to wallow.
Oh my god,
I ain't talking
Penguin.
to no one but another
Penguin, I'm
mutant
trying to
bird
help you
person.
out, bro.
I can't
Chillax.
stress how specific I am about that.
Look at this dude. More cowbell, yo. Who the hell is that? We got a new person. Welcome. Welcome. Always lovely to see new people. Can't believe the Lorax is being annoying as fuck right now. The Lorax? I feel like that joke went over my head. What should I call this guy? What should his name be? The Penguin. Oh, yeah, it's the same guy. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
You still buzzing about? Clear off and leave me to wallow. I ain't talking to no one but another mutant bird
I
person.
now really don't want to help him
can't
because he's being
stress how
annoying as hell.
specific I am about that.
Neuter, okay. That's what we're gonna call him. Actually, I got a better idea. Got a better name for this guy. Here we go. Perfect. Bro's cooked. I know. Yo.
You still buzzing
Nope, not
about?
what I meant to do.
Clear off and leave me
Oh
to
my Galaxy
wallow.
over here. Yeah, I don't know where he
Talking
is.
to
Usually
no one
he
but another
joins
mutant
right
bird
away. I mean, I
person.
started
I can't
quite a bit
stress
later than
how
usual.
specific I am about that. Yeah. Crikey, you are one horrible-looking man. Oh, the cruelty you must have suffered.
Hello.
The excruciating humiliation. No. If I stoop to mockery, I'm no better than they are. No. You and I, my feathered friend, must must continue to rise above the hate and exact revenge through increasingly elaborate
God of
schemes.
course I'll rise above it.
Wow. Well, that was all very...
Oh my god, what the hell?
Kids, don't make fun of people. No matter
Kevin
how
Smith.
much they may kind of resemble a bird.
He just appeared.
World
That
doesn't
was
need any
amazing.
more
What the
villainous
fuck?
penguins or chicken people. No offense.
He's got a gun? Why does he have a gun? Okay, I need to get out of here. Wait, this is scary. Wait, that's actually terrifying, bro. He just showed up with a gun. Kevin Smith just appeared with a gun. Yeah, you too. What is this? What is this gold brick, dude? Sonic 3 broke me as a father. Yeah, dude, this week has been madness. We're getting ready for this musical that we're putting on this weekend. Well, it starts tomorrow night, and it's like it's so painful, man. It's like not even funny. Oh, we got some more of these, eh? It was not terrible, dude. Like, I'm surprised. I'm just as surprised as you are, but I liked it. I mean, I'm interested in what you'll think, but like, I don't know, man. I didn't think I'd like it, and I think that's probably why I liked it, because I am quite critical of Marvel. Okay, this is annoying as fuck. This guy, like, running into me. Get out of my way, you stupid ass. Oh, what's that? Get it. Ah, fuck off. Get out of here. Get out of here. Bye. Oh fuck, oh he finally fell off. But I still need to get this last guy off. Get out of here. Yeah, I did it. You liked it. The font is Arial font, you liked it. Fun fact, Red Hulk is in CGI. The crew just harassed Harrison Ford at Star Wars until he lost it. There's nothing to do with this one, but it bothers me so much to think about. That is funny. Like, that is silly. I never noticed that until you pointed it out. But they're better posters for the movie. That's just a particularly bad poster. I don't know why they used that as the main one on Letterboxd. The original poster they had on Letterboxd was better when they changed it. The poster in the theater was better. That's a shitty poster. No, I know you mean the logo, but just the poster in general is like one of the shittiest ones for the movie. Because all the other posters are pretty decent, other than the fact that they like really overplay how much the Hulk is in it. I love floating heads. Oh my god, not this dude again.
My heroic deeds.
It's a travesty, sir.
Well,
I thought he was gonna say
isn't
it's a
this
trap.
Just perfect.
It's a
For all
trap.
that trouble we went through getting my name up in lights, some copycat calling himself Booster Bronze goes and steals all the glory.
But that
I
was
mean, what
no.
kind of goofy name
You're getting
is
our name
that?
wrong. It's not Booster
sir?
Bronze.
Isn't that
It's
the name
Rip
you
Off Man.
came up with
Okay,
for
get it
Thank
straight,
you,
man.
Skeets.
Get it straight, dude.
Just look at that
It's Rip Off
sign.
Man. Actually, it's badass,
Gaudy.
Tron.
Somebody needs to take that bronze
No,
bozo down a
that's so
peg or
stupid.
two.
That was so dumb. What did he actually just say? Like, I don't know what he wants me to do. I wasn't listening. I was so busy being sassy that I didn't hear it. Oh, I killed him. Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to him again, because I don't know what he said.
Well, isn't this just perfect? After all that trouble we went through getting my name up in lights, some copycat calling himself Booster Bronze goes and steals all the glory. I mean, what kind of goofy name is that?
Sir, isn't that the name you came up with for...
Thank you, Skeets. just look at that sign. So gaudy. Somebody needs to take that bronze bozo down a peg or two.
What? Like, but what does that mean? Is ripoff man real name huge? Oh my god. Well, I don't know what he wants me to do. Cause like I am the guy that he wants to take down. So what am I supposed to take down myself?
That's more like it.
Oh, there we go.
That ought to show our little
all
imposter
it
that
took?
there's only room for one booster in this town.
Let's just hope Booster Silver doesn't show up, sir.
Is this hairpiece ever been made? Like the hairpiece on this guy?
Oh,
Like
don't
they used it
make
in
jokes.
Avengers too, Lego Avengers,
Oh,
and I don't
man.
think I've ever
What-
actually seen it
What if
in
Booster
Lego. It's just in
Rhodium
the video
shows up?
games.
Or Booster Platinum.
You said
Those are
imposter.
some heavy hitters.
Among
We'll
Us.
bring our A game if we want to beat them. No time to waste, Skeets. Let's go fight some crime.
Aye, aye, sir.
It's weird. Like they made this hairpiece for the games, and then they never actually. Okay, well at least we unlocked him. That means I don't have to listen to his stupid voice anymore. But yeah, I don't know, man. Captain America, Brave New World, I liked it a lot.
Out of jail.
Or not a lot. That's over. Like I gave it a 6 out of 10. Maybe it's more like a 5.
These containment facilities seem pretty much
It was
just
horrible?
ornamental to me.
Wait, did you watch it?
There could be a lever that opens all the doors to this one.
I didn't see that you'd reviewed it. Expectations are really low. Well, that's the thing. Mine were too, and I think that's why I liked it. 4 to 6. Well, like I'm not usually
knew I
like
should have brought
like
my
here's the thing. A 6 is
utility
very high
belt.
for me when it comes to Marvel movies. Like I'm not that
These things aren't even condiments.
nice to them usually, but it was like it was pretty like low stakes, grounded, like fairly grounded story, which is what I kind of like about like out of Marvel. And like I thought it was like pretty thematically like it was like not subtle at all. Like they were telling you the freaking message. Like it's not a subtle, like very super smart movie. Like it's not as good as Falcon when it came to its messaging. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I mean. But like it was still not awful. Like I was just kind of surprised by like how decent generally it was. I thought it was gonna be way dumber, but like I actually cared about some of the stuff that was happening. I actually cared about like because like the Falcon characters, I like them a lot from the show, and so the movie generally carried over a lot of the characters in there. I feel like they didn't mischaracterize them, which is what I was worried about. I was worried that they'd like mischaracterize Sam and Isaiah Bradley and I guess John Walker and Bucky. Bucky's in it for like 2 seconds. Spoiler alert. But his scene was the freaking. I thought that was the best part of the movie, actually. Like Bucky comes in there and gives him the moment he needs, like moment of inspiration, motivation, which is like makes a ton of sense considering their relationship. Like Red Hulk was like, yeah, it's fucking crazy that Sam survives getting blasted around by the fucking Hulk. Like that was, but like at least, you know, the thing is that they show that he's been pushed to his absolute limit. Like the fight ends when Sam has literally used everything he has to stop the fight. So if Sam had survived anything after that point, like his suit's fucked up, he's been beaten into the ground, like he's exhausted, like there's no way he would have survived that fight if it had continued. So like they ended it right at the point where I think I would have kind of really torn into the movie for him surviving. But it's just on the edge of being like not quite too much. Like, it was almost too much.
Things up a little. Who wrote this? These things aren't even condiments.
I would not, you know, criticize anybody for not believing that Sam survives that, because, yeah, it's fucking crazy. But also, the movie's, like, more... How do I put it? Like, Falcon is more grounded. I remember comparing it to The Dark Knight, and the Falcon show is not on The Dark Knight level, but it's, like, more self-serious than the movie. The movie is definitely more corny and, like, comic booky, but the tone was, like, kind of, like, you know, it took itself seriously enough, but it also, it felt in keeping with Falcon. It felt in keeping with Falcon, but it was more goofy. But it also wasn't too jokey. Like, it wasn't... Like, that's the thing I hate about Marvel, is their fucking constant jokes making light of, like, really serious situations. And this movie didn't do that as much. Like, the same thing as Falcon, where the humor came more naturally from the characters and their, like, relationships with each other. And, like, the kind of absurdity of the situations that they found themselves in.
Spice things up a little. Who wrote this?
I haven't seen the Falcon Winter Soldier show because I don't care about the Disney Plus shows. If you're gonna watch any of them, watch that. I promise you, it's worth it. You don't have to be the bad guy. He's right behind me. Just like, if you ever get a chance, watch the Falcon show because it's worth it. It's probably the best thing the MCU has made, in my opinion. It is the best thing. I like, and I mean, like, I've rewatched it recently. I've watched that show, like, probably 5 times. And I would still watch it again. Because it's actually, like, thematically substantive, and the character work is good, and, like, I don't know. It's just, it's all around good. It's all around good. I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it's as good as I originally made it out to be, but it's still damn good. All of it does sound the most interesting. It is the best. It is the most interesting. It's not, like, terribly written. God, I'm so excited for Ironheart now. Just don't want to force yourself to watch shit like Wonder Man. No, don't watch that. Like, Miss Marvel wasn't terrible either, but it was also, like, not great. It was not like Falcon was the only, like, Miss Marvel started out solid and then it kind of went downhill like all the shows do. All these shitty Marvel shows. Falcon is the only consistent one. It's the only one that's consistent. I mean, some of them are consistently bad, but it's just totally, I don't know. Like, Brave New World was kind of dumb. It had dumb points in it, but I also didn't feel like... The thing I was worried about, like listen, like, just to this fact, is that I really love that show. I'm very vocal about that. I thought the movie was gonna fuck it up. That's what I was like, this movie's gonna fuck up the show. And it didn't. And maybe I'm giving it more credit than it deserves because of that. Because it didn't fuck up the show. You know what I mean? Like, that is the ultimate praise I can give it, is that it is consistent with the show enough that it didn't piss me off. And it was like, you know, and it's still like, I still feel invested in Sam. Like, I still care about his story and I want to see more of it. Like, when it ended, like, I was like, the post-credit scene was really weird, dude. But, like, when it ended and it said Captain America will return, I was like, hell yeah, man, bring it on. Like, I want to see more Sam. Like, Sam, Bucky, and Walker, John Walker, those are the only guys that... I'm contemplating watching the Thunderbolts movie, if only because it has Bucky and Walker in it. Because I love those characters. And I want to see their story. Like, the Thunderbolts might do a shitty job of it, but I do want to see their stories continued. I don't care about anyone else in that movie. It's just them two. Bucky and Walker, and then Sam as well. Like, those guys are all I care about in the MCU. I don't care about anything else. It's just them.
Who wrote this? These things aren't even condiments. Check it out, man. I found another one of those goofy scripts. This time it's for The culinary
Curious about how these things will play out. I just don't care. Like, you know, if Sam shows up in those,
why, it's mustard's been fate. You think you can best me? The proof shall be in the pudding. I've quite the appetite for anarchy. Oh man, this guy's the second worst. What a load of cranberry sauce. You know what I'm saying? He's behind us.
oh my god, it's the Condiment King. No, I just wanted to actually hear what that guy was saying.
Think you can catch up?
But, like, I just don't care. Like, if Sam's in those, then I'm like, okay, maybe. Like, the dumb, like, I'll tell you what the credit scene is, right? Did bro just make a Marvel joke? Like, if,
You're really in a pickle now!
What happens at the end, right, is the leader, or whatever the fuck, the Tim Blake Nelson, who looks like fucking ridiculous, by the way. The guy looks like a fucking clown. He's, like, in jail. And Sam goes to see him, and he's like, well, I guess your plan failed. Fuck you. And then he's like, you know, there are other worlds out there. Beyond this one. Are you gonna be ready when those worlds come here? And it's just like, what the fuck kind of dialogue is this? Like, it was so bad. It was such a terrible end scene. I was like, why did they put this in? Like, my dad was like, I was worried they weren't going to give us a credit scene. I'm like, I would rather they didn't, because that scene sucked. Like, why was that in there? It was literally just like, oh, remember the multiverse? Like, yeah, we know. Like, it's been happening for 5 fucking years. So why do you need to remind me of this? What the fuck does Leader know about Secret? I don't know. Like, I don't know how he's relevant at all. It is funny that they, like, basically picked out the plot lines from the Hulk movie, like, decades ago, or almost 2 decades ago. Like 18 years ago, or whatever. But, like, it kind of worked. Like, I don't know. Like, for me, I was surprised that it actually gelled well, like, fairly well with, like, the Captain America kind of plots, like the thematically, like how it links to the other Captain America stories, like, and them being like politically, you know, focused, the most politically focused of the franchise. And I don't think it was like a genius plot or anything, but like, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I was like, okay, you know, I was kind of into it. I was like not hating it. It was, and here's the other thing too. It wasn't gruelingly long. Like, I've heard people saying like, oh, there's so many reshoots, the movie feels cobbled together. And I was like, there were a couple points where I was like, this feels like a weird scene. But generally, I thought it flowed pretty well, and there wasn't a lot of wasted time, which I'm so sick of. Like, it was just about 2 hours, and I was like, okay, like, you know, when I rewatched Spider-Man, whatever, Far From Home, right? Or not, No Way Home. I forget those two. I mix those names up. But like when I rewatched that with my mom last year, we were like, man, that movie's so long. Like it's 2 hours and 45 minutes or something, right? And it's like, why is it this long? There's so many dragged out scenes of like bad jokes or weird meta dialogue, and it's just like really freaking boring. Like I didn't find that with Brave New World. Like I wasn't bored or like, oh my god, let it end, you know? Like it kind of flew by, and I was like, I wasn't hating the experience of watching it. Like both times I've watched Spider-Man No Way Home, I've like cringed at the dialogue and been like, oh my god, will it end? Like and with most Marvel movies, to be honest, like there's so much cringe. And I wasn't cringing, like, there was cringe stuff in this movie, but I wasn't like, oh my god, this is unbelievably cringe. OMG, hi, Galaxu, you're here, man, good to see you. We were just talking about Captain America. Oh, no worries, man, I was doing stuff too. I started way later than usual, so. And I don't know how much later I'm gonna go, it's almost 12 a.m., but. The goal is to try, how many gold bricks do we have? 86. I was gonna say get 100 gold bricks. I don't know, maybe 90. Get 90 gold bricks. I killed Kevin Smith. How are you, girlfriend? Okay, how do I deal with this dude? He just leaps away from me. Okay, I have to laser him, and then he gets dazed. What did I miss? We were just talking about... Don't worry, hobby. I am... Fucking hell. We were just talking about Captain America, and how I actually liked it a lot. Or not a lot. Like, I keep saying I liked it a lot. I didn't like it a lot. I liked it. I thought it was decent. And that is way better than I expected. Slay New World, yeah. Gay New World. Is okay most? No, like I actually that's kind of under like I don't want to. Here's the thing. I don't want to oversell how good it, because I like you know I was just saying this, like I love the Falcon show and Falcon Winter Soldier, that is, and you know it's nowhere near as good as that, but it didn't fuck it up. And that's what I was like, we were talking about that Galaxy, I was so afraid they were gonna fuck up the show, and they didn't. Like the characters were consistently characterized, and I actually felt like the plot kind of worked with Captain America. And like I wasn't cringing the whole time, you know, like I was just saying the issue I have with like movies like No Way Home is they're so bloated. They're like nearly 3 hours. There's a ton of meta references and cringe dialogue, and I just want it to end, and I really don't like watching it. Didn't hate watching this movie. Like I actually was kind of into it, and it flew by, and I was like, oh, that was like pleasantly surprising, kind of enjoyable. Like there were cringe moments, weird dialogue, weird shit in it. Like, what's his name? We were just saying that the villain guy, Tim Blake Nelson, is like some weird green brainhead looking fucking weird guy. Like, so cringe. So stupid. And like the post-credit scene where that character is just like, what are you gonna do when the other worlds come to this one? Do you remember the multiverse? It was like, what the fuck? What? The leader, yeah, it was just like the weirdest scene at the end that they tacked on where he's like, the multiverse is gonna happen. And I'm like, yeah, it's been happening for 5 years, dude. Like, where have you been? Wish RDJ Doom came in and said, you're Doom, I'm gonna doom your planet. That would have made it 10 times better. No, but like, I don't know, man. Like, we've been memeing on it, but it wasn't terrible. And that's coming from a guy who is heavily critical of Marvel, and has been for years. Like, that's the thing I was saying, like, at the end it says, the classic such and such will return, it said Captain America will return, and I was like, I'm down for that, because I like Sam. I like the character of Sam. I like him as Captain America. I like Bucky, and I like John Walker. And so I just want to see those guys again. Like, there's this scene, dude, where Bucky comes in, right? Actually, a really damn good scene where Sam, his buddy, right, his wingman, quite literally, like the Falcon guy, gets like fucked up in this. They're trying to stop these like Chinese missiles, like the Chinese are fighting the Americans or whatever, and he's there, like obviously at the guy's like. This guy's undergoing surgery, and Sam's there, and he's like, oh, like, you know, I fucked up, you know, he's been hurt, like, if only I had the serum, the super soldier serum. And Bucky comes in at that moment, and he's like, you know, Steve gave you that shield, not because, you know, you're the strongest, or you're like, you're the, you know, the most amazing guy. It's because you're you. Steve gave people a symbol, something to look up to. You give them something to aspire to be. And I was like, oh, dude, that was so good. Like, I felt that moment. That was the best scene in the whole freaking movie. Oh yeah, Bucky was running for council or something, right? He was running for, I forget what it was. Something like that. But no, man, like, there were good moments in there, like, actual solid moments that I cared about, and I cared about the characters. The guy, the one thing I will say is Bucky's wingman guy, the Torres is his name. In Falcon and Winter Soldier, he was kind of a background character, and he was like minimally characterized there. But in the movie, he's like a huge goofball. Like, he's joking around, he's cracking jokes, like not taking anything seriously, really, for the most part. And I don't remember him being like that in the show. So it feels like they kind of, like, changed that guy's characterization a bit. He was the one, like, I felt inconsistently characterized person from show to movie. But most of them were who I expected them to be. Why? What do I do? How do I fix this? I gotta run across all these damn buttons? Sebastian Stan also played Trump in the Trump biopic? Yeah, that's funny. I still want to watch that, actually. Sebastian Stan, I don't know, man, like, here's my like, is this a hot take? I didn't really like Bucky in the movies. Like, I didn't really like Bucky until Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because they never let him be, like, his own guy.
Boy, is that little beauty gonna
They never let him be a character.
Or is it gonna make me rich?
He was just, like, the fucking victim. Like, oh, Steve's like, Bucky, it wasn't you. I know that you've been brainwashed, but it's like, you're like a good guy. And Bucky was like trying to take accountability, and Steve would always be like trying to make him not take accountability, and it was like fucking annoying. Isn't that light bulb thing from the Killer Moth mission? Oh, is that what this is? Oh, there he is. Okay. What does he want?
That stolen golden block thing's gonna be real secure in my new Moth access safe. Yeah, that'll show old Bats who the real rodent king is. Wait, a Bats rodents? Moths? Yeah, whatever. It's beside the point. What was the point? Oh yeah, time to go check on my prize. Hope nobody follows me.
No, he's a senator.
Oh, light bulb.
Yeah. Sound like a New Yorker redneck. No, I don't know, man. Like, what are your opinions of Bucky? Wait, what is he doing? Is he not gonna go to the light bulb? Oh, there's one right here. How do I turn that one on? Didn't show any messages about him being a sad wet dog? Oh, no, okay, yeah, I think that I'm only seeing so much on my computer screen. But yeah, like, that's the thing is that I found it annoying. Like, this thing is, like, I don't really know if I agree with this idea that Steve was, like, this angelic, you know, perfect guy. Like, the Falcon and Winter Soldier show was kind of about deconstructing this myth about Steve Rogers being perfect. And a lot of people didn't like that. Like, people found that to be almost distasteful. Like, they were saying that Steve was, like, they're like, oh, this show shits all over Steve Rogers. And I'm like, but it doesn't. Like, that, the point is that, like, Steve was in a way privileged. It was privileged in a way that Sam is not. And Bucky is given a chance to recognize that. Steve never got to. Like, that's the point that this movie makes too, is that Sam, regardless, like, whatever, like, regardless of his skin tone, like, that's part of the Falcon is obviously the prejudice against black Americans. But then also, you've got this idea that Steve was a super soldier. He was enhanced, and Sam isn't. Sam is just like a guy. And so he gives the people, like, as Bucky says, someone to aspire to be. Because he is, like, he is attainable. Like, he is a, you know, people can actually a type of hero that I think people can see themselves becoming. Steve is almost an unrealistic expectation. And also, Steve was almost too perfect. Everyone's like, oh, Steve was so fucking great. Kind of hate that. Yeah, like, he was such a perfect American golden boy guy, you know, like, oh, everyone loves Steve. And he actually made a lot of bad decisions. And, I am Steve Rogers. Roger. But, like, I don't know. Like, I didn't like that. It felt like in those movies, Bucky was actually trying to take accountability for his actions. Like, he was like, I fucked up, I've done all these terrible things, and Steve was always like, no, it wasn't you, Buck. It wasn't you. It was Tony, you gotta stop trying to kill him. And I'm like, if only Steve had given Bucky the opportunity to, like, own up to shit, then maybe Tony wouldn't have, maybe they wouldn't have freaking had a fight to the death almost. Like, that's like my problem with the Civil War conflict, is that Steve Rogers just, like, never bothered to articulate anything with Tony. Like, I don't believe that he would do that if he's such a perfect fucking guy. Why didn't he talk to Tony? Like, Tony's like, don't bullshit me, did you know that he killed my parents? And he's like, yeah. It's like, why the fuck did he not tell him that? Like, I know that he's loyal to Bucky, but, like, that was a really stupid-ass thing for Steve to do. And that's the whole point of the Falcon show, is that it's about Bucky, like, becoming his own guy. Like, I love that about that show, is, like, seeing these two characters who, for the entire franchise, were freaking defined by this one guy, and their connection to him, and how they serve him and help him and whatever. They were Captain America's sidekicks, and then they actually get to, like, become their own people. Like, there's a great scene in that show where Sam and Bucky are having a conversation, and he says, I think Bucky says, or Bucky's talking about how, you know, he's trying to make amends, and he's like, Sam says, you weren't amending, you were avenging. You go to these people that you wronged and say you're sorry because you think it'll make you feel better, but you need to make them feel better. You need to be of service. He says, you've got to stop turning to other people to define you. And I'm like, yeah, because that's all he's done for the entire fucking franchise. Told you about the Zachary Levi autism movie, right? Yeah. Like, it's just, I don't know, like, it's just so interesting to me. I love that they, you know, finally did something with Bucky. And so I'm like, for once I'm actually interested where his story is gonna go. You know, because it's like, oh, you finally did something with him. Thank God. Yo, Hobbits went to the Gooner planet. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you think I should do a review of Captain America? If I do, it's probably not gonna be till, like, the end of next week or something. That's the thing, is, like, I know I'm late to the party, so I'm like, I don't know if anyone cares. And I've talked a lot about it on here, but, like, not everyone watches the streams, I know that. If I have time, I'll make it. Like, this weekend's wild, because I have this music theater show that's happening tomorrow night, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and then Sunday night. So, like, I'm gonna be cooked. Like, this weekend, I'm gonna be dead. I'm done. If you guys don't hear from me after this weekend, then you know what happened. Go for it, do a review of them. I don't think I'm even gonna watch that. It's wild that's the same guy who directed freaking Napoleon Dynamite. Like, I can't believe that. Yeah, dude, you're right. This planet is shit. Like, what do I even do? I'm just running around. What is even here? Like, is there anything to do? A race, okay. Whoa, what the fuck? I went right through that. Oh my god, why does this keep happening? God, the controls in this
Once
are so
again, I
fucking...
find myself in need of
Whoa!
some superhero
Batman, slow the hell
assistance.
down, bro. Jeez, the controls in this are shit. Oh! Oh! No! No, no, no! Oh, what the hell, man? What's going on with this? Controls in this suck. Holy hell. Seems to me that you have to do another Fantastic Beasts Herald. No, 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 no. You need to watch Jack Black's. Like, maybe I'll watch it someday. I don't know. My mom said it looks funny, so she might actually want to watch it. If she wants to watch it, I'll watch it. I'm trying to think of, like, what I even care about watching this year. To be honest, I'm, like, marginally interested in the Thunderbolts now because Brave New World wasn't as bad as I thought, and I want to see what happens to John Walker and Bucky. So, just for them, I might watch that. And then, obviously, Mission Impossible 8. I want to watch that. Other than that, though, I don't know. I mean, things will come along, I'm certain of that. Instead of Timothy Chalamet lying movie with Steve. Oh my god, you're never gonna stop with that freaking Timothy Chalamet thing. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Is it different
This
race?
can't be happening to me. I'm on television.
Whoa, no, no, whoa. What, what are you doing, bro? You just went, what the fuck? Okay, did you guys see that? Like, I totally went through that, and it just, like, didn't work. If you lose, you have to watch the Minecraft movie in theaters. Oh my god. Did I tell you guys about... Okay, so, let me explain to you what's been happening this week. Every night of the week, we have been running this music theater show, practicing it, from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. But I have to carry my costume from the music building to this, like, whatever, old hall, this old building where we were performing it. It's like only a, I don't know, like a 5-minute walk, but it's really fucking annoying to carry this back and forth, especially when you're, like, going late into the night. And then my part, I have, like, the smallest role. I'm like this news reporter guy, right? And I'm not even on stage when I do that. I'm just, like, backstage with a microphone. I have to talk into it and
Is what
say
you're
my
doing
lines.
really that much more
And
important than
they
wrestling
have
me?
not gone over that at all. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I tried to do it the other night, and they didn't. Okay, fuck this race, dude. I don't give a shit. Like, they've hardly done it. What's the costume? Did I send you the picture? I should send you the picture of the costume. I'm probably gonna post it in my story or something. But it's like this really cool, like, I don't know, like, well, it's like, okay. To be clear, they're, at the beginning and end, I go on stage just to, like, be in the ensemble. So I'm in the back and I sing. And at the end I get to hold a plant pot. But, like, I don't have any lines then. Like, I'm on stage, I have this cool green suit, 3-piece suit. Actually, it's almost like a 4-piece suit, to be honest. And it's like, I really like wearing it. But I don't do anything in it anyway, but I'm backstage, right? And so, like, I'm waiting, because I had been told by the professor, or by the theater manager, my teacher, or whatever, my vocal teacher, as well as being the theater manager, she was like, you're going to be on stage when you're doing this. And I was like, oh, okay, right. Nope. So she sends me downstage, like into the basement, backstage. I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I down here? And so they do the intro to the section when I come in, and I don't go up to the these other guys are singing into the mic, 'cause there's like a singing intro to this section, and I'm like, what's happening? Like, the band is playing right there, and I'm like, what is going on? And they're like, oh, is the narrator there? I'm like, oh yeah, I am. So then we go over it again. I start talking into this microphone, and Marion, like my teacher, she comes up and just like taps me on the shoulder, and she's like, you gotta speak directly into the mic. And I was like, holy fuck, like, you just teleported down here and gave me a heart attack. What are you doing, man? Like, and she's like, oh, just keep going. I'm like, I can't recalibrate that quickly. You just appeared out of nowhere and jump scared me, and then you expect me to completely do this again? That was insane. And so I did it again after that, and it went fine after that point. But, like, that was fucking wild, man. And so I was just like, oh my god. And then I didn't go last night. Because I wasn't feeling great yesterday anyway. Like, I had a really bad headache and stuff, but I was just like, I don't really want to go anyway. Like, I'm too tired. I need a mental break from this, because the first 2 nights of the week were insanity. The teacher, no, like, no. Don't go there, Lucas. She's not even. I love Marion. But she's been having a lot of trouble running this show. I think a lot of people can tell. I think she's projecting a lot of frustration onto people. So I don't take any of it personally, but it definitely freaked me out in the moment. Like, I talked to her before the rehearsal tonight, and she was like, she gave me like a couple minutes of her time to just kind of go over her concerns, and she was like, you got this, I believe in you. And I was like, okay. So like, she's a really, really lovely person. We're not ragging on Marion. We're definitely not comparing her to J.K. Simmons. I just feel bad because a lot of people rag on her, and it's very uncalled for. People have said a lot of uncalled for kind of shitty things about her that I'm like, I am the #1 Marion defender. But still, this show's a fucking mess. It's just stress. It is just stress, and it's absolute madness. Like, tonight I showed up, right, full on in the costume, downstairs in the basement. We're sitting there for an hour, and nothing happens. Like, everyone is just there to be there. Like, nothing's happening. So, right, like I say, we get there. I got there actually at 6:30. I got there early because I wanted to beat the crowd to get my costume and get ready and stuff. So I've been there. We finally start at like 9. So, or no, 8. What was it? 8? No. It was literally 9. So it was like 9. We finally start, which means I've been sitting there for 2.5 hours doing nothing. And you know, I'm like, oh, okay, this is just great. I go up on they start running the second act of the show. So that means I don't get to do my part, because my part is like in the middle of the first act. My lines at least. And so I'm like, oh great, so I'm not really going to get to do anything until they do Act 1. And they said they were going to go back and do Act 1. Then they're like, no, now we're doing Act 2 again. And I'm like, what is, like, why am I here? Like, what the fuck? Like, I showed up here to just be here? Like, the only thing I did was walk up on the end and sing, like, for 2 seconds. And I've already done that before. Like, I want to be able to practice my goddamn part, which is only 4 lines, but still. And keep in mind, like, I'm backstage, right? Think about this. I'm backstage, speaking into a microphone, and my part is meant to be playing off of the main guy, the guy who plays Seymour. I can't hear him. Like, do you see the problem? Because he's upstairs on the stage. I'm down in the basement talking into a microphone. Like, we're supposed to be able to hear what he's saying, but it's either super low volume and I can't hear shit, or, like, the microphone isn't working and, like, I can't hear him. So I'm just like, how do I do this? Like, how do I communicate? Because, like, I just have to take a guess as to how long his responses are going to take to what I'm saying. Otherwise, it's going to be, like, the most freaking awkward conversation in the history of ever. Like how is this happening, dude? It's such a brief moment in the whole show. Like, it really is so small. It's so minor. But it's like, how did we not make any time for this? Because she told me like 2 weeks ago, I promise we're gonna make time for your part. We're gonna practice your part. I'm like, well, that hasn't happened. Because there are two different casts, right? Like, keep that in mind. There's gonna be 4 shows, and we've got 2 different casts of people who play the main characters in like 2 shows each. So I've practiced it a couple times with one of the guys who plays the main guy, but there's this other guy who I have not practiced that scene with at all. And the times that I have, he's fucked it up. So I'm like, this is not good, man. This is bad. Like, I'm just gonna do the best I can. That's all I can do. I'm just gonna show up, be there. That's why I left early tonight, because they were like, we're gonna run the second act again. It was 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. And I'm like, nah, like, I'm done. Like, there's no way they're gonna get through all of Act 2 again. And because I don't have anything to do until the very end. Like keep that in mind, right? I should go on stage at the very beginning. I do my little, like, off-stage part shortly after that. And then I go up on, like, on stage again at the very end. So I'm, like, that's all I do. I'm chilling in the basement for most of the show. Which is fine. I wouldn't want to have a super huge role. But it feels like my role has been, like, fucking forgotten about. Like, I don't know where I've been sent to. Like, I've just been, like, exiled. Because I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, I think tonight was the night where everyone was realizing, like, I remember I was sitting down with this guy who, like, I don't even love, like, this guy that much. He kind of stole my part one time without asking me, and I didn't really like that. But he was like, I sat down next to him, and he just said to me, "We are fucked." And I was like, oh no. Like, when this guy says that, it's bad. Like, well, if I'm just ranting, you guys probably don't give a shit. But it's just like, oh, it's so, like, I'm stressed, man. I'm stressed. It's tomorrow. This thing starts tomorrow, and I'm like, all I can do is just do the best I can. That's what I just keep telling myself. Just do what I can. Just try. I've got so many people coming to this show, so many people, like, that I kind of want to, you know, not disappoint with it. You have to go and, oh my god, Lucas. What a loser. Where did Galaxy go? He's just gone, this guy. I should probably go soon too, to be honest, because it's like getting late. Just need to let you vent. Thanks, Lucas, I appreciate it. I'll let you know how this goes tomorrow. You should come, you know, just fly on over here from goddamn wherever the hell you are. Middle Earth. From Aragion, right? Because I'm forging the rings of power. First Outbreak streaming forever, by the way. Yeah, I know. The last couple weeks have been insanity, dude. Controller keeps dying on you. It's fixing it? Oh, okay. So Galaxy heard my whole rant. Jesus. Yeah, come to Canada, Galaxy. We'd be happy to have you. How the fuck do I go to Canada? You get on a flight. You book a flight. Book it to Toronto Pearson Airport. Come here. If you guys do want to come over sometime, then, like, I'd be happy to have you. I mean, I don't know. I have to talk to my parents, obviously. I don't think you're gonna be breaking into my university dorm. I'm just saying. That'd be fun if you guys came over here for like a week or something, or like, I don't know. Never going to Brick World if you make anything. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, this is not a flying race, is it? We need to flash. god. Okay, that's terrible. It would be epic, but of course you got class. Oh, yeah, of course. And simping. What are you simping about? Oh my god. Come on. This sucks, man. I'm wasting so much time on this planet. I want to get out of here. This is like so fucked. Mom can a hobbit and chainsaw wielding maniac? Okay, look, I know you're not that. I like a girl in my class who's a cancer survivor. Oh, that's interesting. I thought you, for a second, I thought you said, I like this girl in my class who's a Jedi survivor. Because I played that game so much that it's like on the brain. My girlfriend is a Jedi survivor. She survived the Jedi Purge. Now that's interesting, and she's going to the university where they forged the freaking One Ring. It's like Bode when he betrays Cal, and he's like, "You're not the only one who survived." Yeah, and I still gotta do this interview with Stephen Gallagher. Fun fact, she's the one who actually told me about the One Ring thing. Cool. Is she like a nerdy person too? When your girl survived the Jedi Purge. What is this? Oh.
Nine out of 10 visitors to Samaron recommended Green Lantern Tour.
Hello! Isn't anyone gonna save me?
Being the Messiah in Dune. Humor is just as broken as mine. When I watch Big your least favorite movie. Yeah, part 2. Whoa, what the fuck is that? What did I just break? Now there's a timer? Okay, there's like a bunch of flags. Oh, there's one on this rock. Get it. You have to kill chickens. Oh my god. Well, you know what I'm gonna say about this whole thing, Lucas. It's just... be yourself. Follow your heart. No. No, I'm not gonna tell you that cheesy shit. I'm just gonna say, to be honest, that you shouldn't leave it hanging forever, because I've done that, and it's bad. It's bad for your mental health. That's why I'm glad I didn't. My friend recently
Nine out
just
of
kind
10
of got it out of the
visitors
way.
to Samaron recommended Green Lantern Tour.
Man, I love the Superman theme. Donut discovery. I don't know what that trophy's for. The only unironic Brave New World fan. Yeah, I'll catch you later, man. Good to see you. In Rise of Skywalker, they went to the hidden galaxy with the Star Destroyer, and they had to blow up the antenna, but it got transferred to. Oh my god, yeah, that was the dumbest plot. Where they had, like, the ships that didn't know how to go up or whatever. Rise of Skywalker sucks. You see the trailer for Andor Season 2? It actually looks so freaking good. Can't wait for that. Rise of Soywalker. Oh fuck. Superman, you gotta go, man. Superman, 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 Superman. Okay. Superman, you gotta go, man. You gotta move.
Once again, I find myself in need of some superhero assistance.
Okay, no fuck ups. Oh! That was like the most exasperated sound I've ever made in my life. Oh, I gotta stop. It's 12:30. I gotta go to bed. Can take the movie seriously. I was acting like an idiot just watching Luke race the X-Wing. I hate that moment because it's like, why would you have like I know it's what Yoda did for him in the original movie, but like, if they wanted to have a character moment for Rey, you know, like, why wouldn't they have her be the one to raise it? Like Luke tells her what to do, and not like, it just feels like Rey gets everything given to her by like everyone else. It's like, oh, do you need a ship? Here it is, and I'll do the work of getting it out of the ocean for you. Such a lame scene. It's like a payoff that had no setup. It's just like, here, remember the nostalgic iconography of the lifting of the X-Wing, and they play Yoda's theme? It's like, why are you playing Yoda's theme when it's not relevant to the scene? That's an example of terrible music, like, musical continuity. What is going on with this race? Like, do I have to speed up? The flying controls in this game suck. In-game S-type. Oh my god, like in episode 5, yeah. Not, where's just the ones for, oh my god, yeah. Oh, dude. Life's beating me down, man. Life's killing me. I'm feeling the pressure this semester even more than the last one. Cause yeah, I haven't done a live stream in a couple weeks because everything's freaking taken over. I'm glad I had time to do this one. It's not as long as the other ones I've done, but I'm glad I was able to make an hour for it. Talk to you guys for a bit. So for 6 hours. Yeah, this is like, I won't even plan this for like an hour. It's like freaking life. Freaking Little Shop of Horrors, dude. Oh yeah, I know. I'm not saying that to be like, oh, I should be on here more. It's just like, man, I'm tired. You know? This week has been wild. But once this weekend is over, I can freaking live my life again. like my life has just been Little Shop of Horrors all week. Like that's all I can do. It's just kind of like interesting, you know, because I think it's a good experience for me, because if I actually am going to become a musician or whatever and be in productions like that, it's useful like to be like, okay, this is what it's like, you know? This is the work that is required. But at the same time, I think they've done a lot of bad planning for this. Like, I don't think they planned very well for it. So I feel like we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants right now. I think it's a tragedy, but now I realize it's Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, I know. It's funny. It's funny because my high school put on a Little Shop of Horrors play like years ago, so it's like I can't escape Little Shop. It's just like it was high school and now it's university. It's like Little Shop of Horrors, literally my life forever. Like, you know, I got a lot of people I want to make happy. I hope that they enjoy the show. The Joker, yeah. I mean, I hope that everything goes okay, because it's like the music theater program. Like, I think it's really cool what they're doing, and this is the first time they've done anything like this, and they've sold a lot of tickets. So I'm like, I hope that it's successful and that people want to like support the program, because I'm like, I'd like to do more of it, and hopefully they can improve and we can put on some even better shows than this. 'Cause, like, the thing is, they only just really got like really heavy on all this shit, like all this preparation and whatever this week, and it's been a mess. And I'm like, I feel like they needed to do 2 weeks of prep. The problem was that we just had reading week, like our break week, and we immediately jumped into it after that. I'm like, what if we like did 2 weeks before this? But they were like, we have to have it at this time for some reason. I don't know why they did that. I don't know, man. This is stuff you will understand if you ever become part of the production world. It's kind of like, you know, Peter Jackson and Lord of the Rings. Like, not, I don't want to compare. Like, it's kind of silly. It sounds silly, but like watching the making of those movies, like they were going until the last minute to produce those. Like, they were working on Smaug and all this, like, up until 3 a.m. on the day before they had to ship it out to get put in theaters. Like, they were working on those movies so much until the last, literally the last millisecond that they had. And so, you know, and gold came out of it. Same with Lord of the Rings. Like, they made absolute gold out of something that seemed like it was gonna be a travesty, because it was so freaking fucked. Like, the production and like the schedule and everything that went into it was like so fucked. So I'm like, you know, if Peter Jackson can make gold, then so can we. Did I tell you about that, by the way, that I'm going to be interviewing that composer guy? My boy Steven. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And Lucas told you, of course he did. Yeah, it is cool. I still need to find a time with him. We haven't booked a time yet, probably because I said that I have this show coming up that I need to prioritize, and then once this is done, I'm going to reach out to him again and take a time. And we'll record it and put it on YouTube. I don't know. Have you seen that movie yet, by the way? I watched it again last weekend. I really liked it. I liked it even more, actually. I love it. Love it, actually. It's great. War of the Rohirrim. We gotta do that video, by the way. Have you listened to those songs? Listen, I have all these projects that I've been meaning to work on. It's like I gotta get around to them eventually. But You guys gotta listen to the songs, so we gotta make that video. I'm having a time. I feel that. I haven't had time either. That's the thing, like, I've got this interview I want to do. I still want to do a review of Jedi Survivor. I want to review Captain America. I want to do this video with you guys. Like, I got a million projects that are, like, I don't know. They're going to happen eventually. Take time. Yeah, same here. I need to, like, I'm so broke. I need to work, too. I want to work all summer. Yeah, I find Jedi Fallen Order. That'll be fun. I don't know how productive of a stream this was, but... yeah, I should probably go though. It's 12:40. I should go to bed, especially because I got the show tomorrow night. Gotta get a good sleep in. But it was good chatting with you, man. Always a pleasure. And I'll catch you guys next week. Hopefully, we'll return to normal if I survive. You know, if you don't hear from me, it means I died. It means the little shop of horrors killed me. Thank you, my friend. Catch you soon. Talk to you soon.